Hi, my name is Marie, and I have scoliosis. Scoliosis is the abnormal curvature of the spine over 10 degrees. So it's kind of like other people have a straight spine, like this. I have a curved spine, like this. It has just a curve in it. And this is my story. In 2010, my parents noticed I had a curve in my spine and uneven shoulders. They took me to the doctors and they found out I did indeed have scoliosis. We stayed in town here for treatment. We watched it for a few months. At the beginning, it started out at around 18 degrees. The curve of it was 18 degrees. And in a 3-month span, it jumped to 35, which is huge. Then we went to Shriners Hospital for a second opinion. There, we watched it and we decided to brace. The back braces look like this. Here in Omaha, it would take 3 weeks to get a whole brace made. At Shriners, it only took 2 days, which is phenomenal. Everyone at Shriners was really nice. It's not like a normal hospital there. Everyone's giving you stuff all the time. Like, I had an x-ray. I was really scared in 4th grade to get x-rays. And afterwards, they gave me a brand new toy. It wasn't like a used stuffed animal or anything. It was brand new in the box toy, which made me really happy. And I always wanted to come back. I wore a back brace from 4th grade to 8th grade. And I admit it was really tough and I hated it. I really did. I had to wear it for 18 to 24 hours a day, which is a really long time not to bend. And like, you know in gym class in middle school where you would go outside when it was really nice out? Like, let's say it was 80 degrees out one day and it's like, oh, it's really nice. For me, this brace made it 10 degrees hotter for me, so I couldn't stay outside very long. It was harder for me to bend over. I was bullied because of it. Kids didn't like that I was different for some reason, and I didn't have many friends, but the friends I did have were really good friends. The brace did slow the progression of my curve, but it did not stop it. My curve, the last quarter of 8th grade, did reach 53 degrees, which is the magic number where they want to begin surgery. We watched it for a little bit and it kept on getting worse, and the brace wasn't my curve wasn't responding to the brace anymore. So we decided to do surgery. So on June 21st, 2014, the summer before my freshman year, we had my surgery done at University of Minnesota. My doctor has been doing these surgeries for 20-30 years, and he's really, really good. Before we go into surgery, they teach us to wiggle our feet like this. When they ask, like, wiggle your feet, and we go like this with our feet. And they put monitors here, and on your ankles to monitor nerve impulses throughout the surgery. And they do give you something to relax you before your surgery. So the last memory I have before my surgery is rolling down the hallway just laughing my head off at everything, which is a pretty good memory, I guess. 3.5 hours into my surgery, he was putting in the screws. They usually put in 2 titanium rods. They take out all the discs in between your vertebrae and they stick in bone, either from a cadaver or they take out your rib and put it in. Fun fact, your ribs will grow back if they put them back if they take them out. I had cadaver bones, so I like to say I'm part zombie. He was putting in the screws in my vertebrae, and he noticed on the fourth to last one that something wasn't quite right. So he asked the guy that was monitoring my nerve impulses, and there was something wrong with the readings. So they lifted me from anesthesia, and they asked me to wiggle my feet, and my feet went like this. My right leg did not work at all, so they took out everything and closed me back up and took me down to an MRI CAT scan to see if I had a blood clot or what was the problem. And I did not have a blood clot. I had a bruised spinal cord. It wasn't because, like, he did it. Well, he did do it, but it's the way my spinal cord was shaped. It was unavoidable. They closed me back up, and when I woke up, they asked me to wiggle my feet again, and they went like this. I can't even do it. One wiggled and one just slightly wiggled, so I did gain it back within 48 hours, and I was able to walk. They kept me in bed for 2 days, which is a lot longer than they usually do, on a cool mat. It was really tough getting up because you get really, really stiff and you hurt a lot. By the end of the week, I was become unstable because I didn't have discs in between my vertebrae, which is not good. And I started to lay in bed more. Then the next week, I had my second surgery, and everything went really well. He put all my hardware back in and stitched me up. I have a scar running from the top of my neck to the bottom of my lower back. I had T2 to L3 fuse, which is 14 vertebrae. That's half your spine, which is a lot more than normal. After a week of recovering in the hospital, we drove 8 hours back to Omaha, which around the Des Moines area, there was tornadoes 15 hours behind us, so great. And we got back. I recovered for a few weeks. Within those few weeks, I did get out of the house. I did go fishing 2 weeks after my surgery. Then around 6 weeks, I got to go back to school. It was my freshman year, which is really scary, starting a new school with a new spine. And everyone was really supportive. The school mostly understood and would let me lay down whenever, because I had a doctor's note. And I didn't have much of a problem really that year until summer. The summer of before sophomore year, I wanted to take summer gym. My school offers a summer gym program, so you don't have to take it during the school year. I went 2 days, and then I mentioned, oh hey, I have a fused spine. I'm not allowed to play contact sports because I might get hurt. Then after that, they kicked me out because they didn't want to accommodate me. They accommodated the kids in wheelchairs, they accommodated the mentally handicapped, but they would not accommodate me, which I think was really unfair, because I could have just walked the track while they were doing that, or I could have done an alternate activity, but they did not want to accommodate me, and they refused to, which is really unjust against kids with scoliosis and other kids with other medical problems. They'll even accommodate like asthma, but they won't accommodate me and my limits. Which I'm one of those people that is like, you can't tell me no, you can't tell me I can't do something, because I've been told that so many times. There's several other instances where they're like, no, you you shouldn't do that. And then I go and do that thing they told me I can't do, and I surprise them. Another example is at my dance studio, they have a special dance called rodeo. My dance director wasn't going to let me do it because she was really, really against me doing it for some reason because of my back. We got the doctor's clearance for it, and she did let me try it, and I did end up doing it, but it took a lot of fighting to let me do it. We figured out that this took me a lot of fighting to do things I want to do, which is really unfair to me because they accommodate a lot of other kids, but they don't accommodate kids with scoliosis. Which brings me to my final point, scoliosis awareness. We need to get people more aware of what scoliosis is, how to check for it, which is you bend over and you can literally see a curve in the spine because your spine sticks out when you bend over. It's also uneven shoulders and uneven hips can cause it. Kids should really start getting checked around 9-10 years old. That's the prime time to check for it because they're still starting to grow. They're just starting to grow, and it should be checked every year because it can get worse and worse. And by the time you're in teens, you're almost done growing, and then the curve can become fixed and it won't move. It won't respond to bracing. It won't even respond to surgery. And then it's not good. So we really need to start getting kids checked at 9 or 10 so they don't have to deal with that pain for the rest of their life. I'm really glad that I have my surgery because I feel a lot better. I'm a lot freer. I don't have to worry, oh, I forgot to put back on my brace when I slept. I just don't have to wear it anymore. So awareness, 4 million kids in the US alone have scoliosis, and we need to make people more aware of what this is. So that's all I've got to say for my little story. Bye!